Hey, so I really love New Year's, which you might have heard me mention before in other videos on this channel. And in honor of a brand new year, I thought I would do something a little different today and share my top 5 personal life lessons from this past year with you. I'm sharing these with you because they've helped me in a lot of different areas in my life, and I feel like they will really help you with your English journey. So let's get started. So as I was sitting down to write some notes to prepare for this video, I realized that there were a lot of lessons that I have learned this year and a lot of lessons that I am still in the process of learning, but I narrowed it down to 5 that I think will really be beneficial for you. So the first big life lesson from this year is the power and the importance of consistency, the importance of being consistent. And I've mentioned this in some other videos on this channel. You might have heard me mention it before, but I'm starting with this one because it is that important. Anything that you want to get good at in life, anything that is important to you, anything you want to improve, you must be consistent. There is no way around this, and there's no exception. So if you want to get better at your job, you must be consistent. If you want to build relationships with people, you need to be consistent. If you want to be healthier, you must be consistent. And of course, if you want to improve your English, you must be consistent. I've said before that consistency is so powerful. It's much more powerful than motivation because it helps you to develop, build, and solidify new habits that you need to be successful in whatever you're doing. Think about when you were a kid and you were learning to do basic things like brush your teeth, have a shower, make your bed, clean up after yourself. I'm sure that you didn't love doing these things. I didn't love doing these things. However, our parents made us consistently do these basic daily tasks until they became natural habits or a natural part of our routine. And now it is what it is. We get up and we do all these things, right? If you think about it like that, you can apply the same principle, of course, to your English. Even when you feel unmotivated, even when you feel tired, even when you feel lazy or stressed or you're not having a good day, if you have committed to attending an English class, to practicing your English, to studying or reviewing or whatever the case is, I would say that you need to be consistent. You need to show up and do it anyway, because in the end, you're benefiting yourself, right? I know that it can be hard to do this, but the more consistently you show up, the easier it will become. So I myself have faced days where I don't feel like filming or I don't feel like creating content or whatever the case is, but I understand the power of consistency here. And so it is a lesson that I have learned this year, and I feel like it's extremely important to share with you. So be consistent. Even if you don't feel like it, do it anyways. The next lesson I've learned is to surround yourself with the right people. You need to surround yourself with people who are positive, who are motivational, who inspire you to be better, who challenge you, who you learn from, who you enjoy being around, and who make you happy. And I know that it's not always easy to find these people. It's not easy for me to find these people. It has not been easy at all, but I realize the importance. I've started to pay close attention and consciously be aware of interactions with people, personally, professionally, socially, it doesn't matter. When you're with people and they're very negative, or you don't have similar goals or similar interests and they consume your energy and drag you down, they're not helping you move forward in life. So how exactly does this apply to you, to learning English? When it comes to learning English, you still need to surround yourself with the right people. So this could be anyone who is involved in your English journey. This could be your classmates, your peers, your teachers, your friends, a speaking partner. Any of these people are not helping you move forward or grow or inspiring you or adding some kind of value to the process of you learning English. It's okay to leave and to change the people that you are around. So surround yourself with people who lift you up, not people who drag you down or hold you back. The next lesson is to learn how to enjoy the process of what you are doing. Now, this applies to every area of my life, whether it's work, whether it's socializing, whether it's exercise, whether it's cooking. And in your case, of course, it is learning English. When you find something boring or it becomes an obligation, of course you don't want to do it, right? Instead, you need to find a way to enjoy the process of what you're doing. A lot of times, especially as adults, we're so focused on the end goal or the target or where we're trying to go that we forget all about the process and the journey of what we're actually doing. And what happens is when we're so focused on our end goal, we sometimes get angry, frustrated, demotivated when things are not moving as fast as we want them to or going as smoothly as we want them to. But if we learn to just enjoy the process of what we're doing, then the process in itself becomes a pleasure and we will eventually reach the goal, right? So if your goal is trying to be confident in English, to communicate fluently in English, to get a job, to meet people, whatever the case may be, instead of just saying, I need to get a job, I need to get a job, I need to get a job, instead take steps and do things along the way that you actually enjoy. And I promise you that this will make the process of learning English a pleasure instead of a chore or an obligation or something that you have to do. Instead of feeling like I have to do this, I have to get a better job, I have to learn English, if you can reframe your mind to enjoy the process and find ways to enjoy the process, instead it will become that I get to do these things. I love doing these things. I'm enjoying doing these things. And that has really helped me a lot this year. So I hope that this one helps you as well. The next lesson is that slow progress is better than no progress. Now, I'm gonna use the example here on YouTube. Making YouTube videos is not very easy. Anyone who makes them can tell you that. They look a lot easier than they actually are. And there have been times throughout the year where I felt a little discouraged because I wasn't reaching as many people as I would like to, or I wasn't growing as quickly as I would like to. However, I stopped myself, I took a step back, and I really looked at the reality of the situation. Instead of focusing on how slowly I'm progressing, I decided to focus on the fact that I am progressing and I'm reaching more and more of you every single week, which is amazing. And there are a lot of you coming back to join me here and to watch these videos and to spend time with me. And that really, really means a lot. So thank you, first of all. So instead of focusing on the fact that, okay, my English is improving so slowly, just focus on the fact that it's improving at all. You should be concerned if your English is getting worse. Of course, that's not okay. Or if it's not improving at all, which I don't think is the case, if you are being consistent, all right? So this lesson is just to focus on the progress you're making, not the speed at which you are making the progress. And going along with this, don't compare the speed of your progress to anyone else's. It absolutely is not important and it has nothing to do with you. So just focus on the progress that you are making, not the speed of how fast you're going or not the fact that you are not improving as fast as you want to. As long as you're improving, slow progress is absolutely better than no progress. And the fifth lesson is to stop letting fear stop you from doing things or from changing things. A lot of times we are afraid of failure. We are afraid that we're not good enough for something, that we're not ready for something, and so we just don't do it at all. We are afraid of changing a situation that we're in that we don't like, so we just do nothing. And the result is that nothing happens, nothing changes. We're stuck exactly where we are. So how does this apply to your English? Let's say you wanted to apply for a job or to apply for a better job, but you feel like you need to improve your English first or wait till your English is better, and you're afraid that your English is not good enough or you're not ready for the interview. You need to take a step and try it anyways. Even if you're not successful the first time, that's okay. But that first step is absolutely necessary. This is especially common for us, again, as adults. We kind of get stuck in the same routine and we're just afraid to change things that are not working for us. It might just be that you're too afraid to talk to people, to communicate in English. Maybe you're too afraid to join a class because you're shy, you're not confident, you don't feel like you're good enough, whatever the case may be. And the reason that you might not be doing these things is because you are afraid of something. You are scared. And if you allow fear to stop you from doing something or from changing something, you're gonna miss out on so many opportunities. You'll miss out on the opportunity to practice your English, to make connections, to meet people, to build confidence, to get amazing opportunities. So do not let fear stop you. You can start small, you can be nervous, that's okay, but just don't let this fear stop you from doing anything at all. And here I would say to do something that scares you, whether it's talking to someone new, joining a class, taking a course, even leaving a comment here. Let's say that you watch these videos and you want to say something, but you've never said anything. This is a perfect time to do that. It costs you nothing, and I promise you that I will respond if you leave me a comment here. I would love for you to tell me what your resolutions are for the coming year, and share some of the personal lessons that you have learned this past year that would help the rest of us. So, thank you so much for being here, for watching this video, for listening to what I have to say, for spending time with me today. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something, and I want to wish you an incredible year ahead. I'll see you very soon in another one.